I need to understand.
I will not be watching that.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Energy Hill Family Talks. I'm your host, Christian. I'm here with Natalie, Alyssa, as some people call her Lisa in the office. And we are going to be talking about the social dilemma today. Social media, obviously, position, like as an agency, we do social media. We help clients with social media. And so it's an interesting dynamic with us personally in our personal lives using social media and how we use it. And because we all have to have social media for work, or at least be aware of social media for work. So when you're creating social content for other clients. So but we'll just start by talking about the film itself because we've all seen it. I know you did a long Instagram story about it this weekend.
Over it.
Yeah.
I don't know what lit a fire in me, but I watched that and I literally had to sleep it off because I was like, I need to delete everything. I was like, I need to be off of it, but then I was like, I can't. Like you said, for work, I have to be on it.
Yeah.
So yeah, I was all in.
The direction that everything is going, it's just there's no, unless you go off the grid completely, there's really no way to live without internet or social media. So you just have to find a way to balance it in your life to where it's not your entire life. I feel bad for people who maybe didn't know all that stuff and their whole job is social media, like influencers or something like that. Then it's I don't know, because you're pretty
I think the thing that frustrated me though about the documentary is they didn't give you any action points at the end. I was expecting, I was waiting for them to be this is what you should do. Yeah. But they didn't do that.
Well, the one guy, and I was going to, I'll segment into my question. My question was going to be, what was the most memorable part of the film to you guys? And me, one of mine, I have two, but the first one was the guy that was the leader of social media with the dreads. I think his name is Jerome Laney or something like that. Yeah. And that was the one action step they gave, but I mean, a lot of people don't want to do that. So. Yeah. For different reasons, so that's really not an action step. But we'll talk about action steps at the end. We're gonna do that.
For sure.
The other thing I really stood out to me was that guy. I thought he was hilarious. He's like the Bernie Sanders of social media, just the farthest left you can go. And then I really thought the statistics about teenage girls was really interesting and how much self-harm has gone up and how much, just people, I feel like. I have two younger sisters, and both, I think, live much differently than I do because of how they're impacted by social media, and just being women as well. But I don't know. I thought that was very interesting. I think that definitely that's a big problem, and it also just makes you think about how when obviously I'm only 23. I guess 23-year-olds have children, but I don't have children. But it makes me think about having children and what I would want to do.
Raising your kids in this age of
you have to
do you give them a phone? Do you not give them a phone? Do you let them be on social media? It's now it's very rocky territory. I mean, what age did you guys get your first social media account?
I had MySpace probably sixth grade.
Sixth? Well, no, I did too. Yeah,
sixth grade. Yeah.
MySpace was definitely first.
Yeah.
But I can't say from what I remember, you didn't interact with a lot of people. It was more so your own posting.
Yeah.
Right.
It was a different dynamic back then.
The most, not to delve too far into MySpace, but was having your top friends. That was the best.
That was a big self-esteem
yes,
pressure.
That was everything.
Yeah.
That was the main part.
That's so
true.
What
were you guys' favorite parts of the film? The most memorable things that you got that will stick with you from the film?
I wouldn't say my favorite because I don't
sure.
thing, but the thing that stuck out the most was what you said about the statistics of the girls and just thinking about, I guess, how it can be negatively impacting on your life if you use it in a certain way. And then also, what's the other thing? You go. Well, I think. I had it.
Well, to me, it was I didn't like the fact that they didn't talk about Apple and Snapchat, like we said before. And I didn't like that there were no action steps either. I didn't really like I know these are things that I don't like from the film, but that's the same. There wasn't too much that I was really ooh. I didn't like the acting, the actor that they used.
Yeah, I mean, we can overlook all of that. Not
for
good.
sure.
I kind of I thought they did pretty good with the guy behind the screens. The guy where it was the same guy 3 times and he was controlling the phone or controlling the social algorithm. I thought that was kind of cool, but it wasn't great. Mm-hmm. Anything that you liked?
I mean, I guess just the fact that they are kind of raising awareness and telling people like, hey, this is your data. Like, people don't see their privacy and their data as valuable, but like that's how all these people are so rich. It's like you're giving them something for free. Like they should be paying us to use these platforms in a way, because it's like all this information is really valuable, and people don't realize how valuable it is.
Yeah. I liked how they pointed out the awareness of the fact that it's like you're not the user. They are using you, just like you said. And then the awareness behind there's fake news out there all over the place.
I wish they would have
filter through it.
I wish they would have talked about it more, because it's just social media. It's so easy for stuff to spread that's not real, and now it's just so easy. I saw something when I was looking at stuff for this video that was like talking about how much faster fake news spreads than real news, and just like it can just snowball. But okay, let's talk about now some action steps that because that was what you were posting about, and obviously something that I haven't shared like personally, but definitely I think about all the time. But do you want to go first, since you? Yeah. What are some ways that you think people could, stave off social media? Whether or not you want to call it, you might not realize it's an addiction, but really, if you're spending a few hours a day on your phone on social media, that's an addiction. Like, so whether you believe it or not, that is what it is, and it's a harsh word to say addiction, but it's true. It is. And I mean, I'm there too. I mean, I'm on Instagram all the time.
You just don't realize it. There's a number of things. Number one, I wouldn't say delete it, because
unless you really don't need it,
Unless, if you don't find a purpose for it, then yes, absolutely. But I feel like there's a purpose for every platform if you use it the right way. I'm not into Snapchat, so that, I didn't care that they didn't cover it so much because I don't know about it. But that would be my first thing. Number two would be have a purpose. They kind of go hand in hand. So why do you use it? And limit your time on it. Are you mindlessly scrolling for no reason, or are you going on there for a reason? So that is finding a purpose. There's tons of different action points, so I'll let you guys
I feel like I wasted most time on stories now, which I don't really use Snapchat either, but stories on Instagram, that's my mindless one. I'll just click and click and click and click and go through stories.
It's really crazy to think about how they've tapped into like the human psyche that way, where it's like it's just gotten better over the years, and like there's so many different features that we didn't used to have, like the endless scroll and the stories tap and then pause, or sliding and all of that, like UX, UI stuff,
for you pages,
the recommended, like constant. There's always something else to look at, because most people, I know I've been guilty of it. If I'm on YouTube, I'll look at the side while I'm watching this video, and so it's like, why am I doing that? I'm supposed to be watching this.
Definitely on
and then
YouTube.
It just keeps you on there,
YouTube is really good at that. For me, the action tip that I tell everyone, and it's super simple, like just turn off your notifications. And I personally, I even do this for text, which I know some people might not do, but I just think like if you can't, that's the best way to do it, because you should only go to it when you feel like you want to go to it, not when they tell you to go to it. And there's so many different notifications now that it's just overbearing. So honestly, go into if you're on an iPhone, go to your notifications, go to your settings, go to your notifications, and just turn off all the apps
Instagram,
that you don't want to go to. It's an easy step. There's nothing wrong with it. You don't need to know when you get tagged in a photo. You'll see it when you get on the app. All right.
I think also once you do that, you will realize how many notifications you were receiving.
So many notifications.
Like I mentioned in my post, like you don't need to know that John commented on Sally's status. Like
who cares?
It's out of
Or so and so posted. Look at their post. Twitter started doing that, notifications. So, do you have any action steps before we wrap up that are different?
I was just gonna say that just being mindful in general, not just when it comes to social media, but in your life as a whole, will help you to like realize how many times a day you pick it up just to pick it up, like when you're at a stoplight, when you're, you know what I mean? Being more aware of what you're doing helps you kind of like manage your time better and decide what you want to focus on.
I think the best mindful one would be like phone in the bedroom, not having it in bed.
Or checking it right when you wake up
too. And I'm terrible with that one. I'm pretty good at not being asleep right before bed, but when I wake up, it's always right to the phone. But okay. 100%. Thank you guys so much for watching. Alyssa's her post was on her story, so you're not going to be able to find it. But maybe she'll post it another way and you can find her. Thank you guys so much for watching. We will see you guys back here next week. And check out The Social Dilemma on Netflix. And let us know what you think in the comments. Peace.